Hey everybody, thanks for tuning into this video today. First and foremost, I just want to say that I'm currently driving while explaining all this to you. Of course, being safe and all, but I am currently driving while explaining all of this, so bear with me when it comes to the camera and everything like that. But this video is more so just meant to be sort of like a listen so that you guys can really just hear what I have to say about this whole situation. Now, I don't know how many videos I'm going to end up making on this situation, but we're starting today. And the only reason I felt like I should go to the extent of actually making a video about this is just because of the fact that I know there's a lot of consumers out there. I know that this is a high demand product in particular that's hard to get. And I just want you guys to not only stay informed, but be safe as consumers and kind of have a heads up in regards to this situation specifically, because I'm sure there are a lot of you out there that are thinking about doing this. Maybe I've done this in the past, or are like me and they're currently in the process of this whole, crazy situation. But let's start from square one. So as you can tell by the title of this video, I believe that FedEx stole my PlayStation 5. At the time of recording this video, it is January 8th of 2022. I purchased my PlayStation 5 from StockX on December 29th, 2021. And let me just put this disclaimer out there right away. StockX is a great company. If you're thinking about ordering from StockX, there's a 95, 96, probably close to a 98% chance that you're going to get what you pay for on StockX. They're a legitimate company. They do not scam you. And from what I hear, I haven't reached this stage of my situation yet, but from what I hear, they give you your money back if your purchase is not legitimate or if you do not receive what you purchased. But with all of that aside, I ordered a PlayStation 5 from StockX, which, let's be real, the PlayStation 5 is out of stock everywhere. And StockX is probably really one of the only places on the internet that consistently has the PlayStation 5 in stock. Now, of course, you're going to pay $200, maybe sometimes even $300 more than retail value for the PS5, but let's just face it, that's the times that we live in. The PlayStation 5 is incredibly high demand, and they're very, very difficult to get, so that's what you're going to have to pay. And you're just going to kind of have to accept that. So with the price out of the way, like I said, StockX is a very legitimate and good company. When I purchased the PlayStation 5 from StockX, they did exactly what they were supposed to in a very timely manner. They authenticated my purchase. They sent it to their facility in Detroit, Michigan, and authenticated my purchase within a day and a half. Very quick. Very, very quick. And once they authenticated my purchase, they sent it to the bastards at FedEx. More specifically, FedEx Ground. Because if you guys don't know, there's normal FedEx, there's FedEx Express, and then there's FedEx Ground, which FedEx Ground is basically a contractor for FedEx. They hire third-party companies to represent them and deliver their packages. They drive FedEx trucks. They brand the FedEx logo on their vehicles. They wear FedEx uniforms. They're pretty much full-on FedEx employees, while just being contracted through a third-party company. But anyways, so as soon as StockX sent my PlayStation 5 as soon as StockX sent my PlayStation 5 to FedEx, everything was moving just fine. And I'll tell you, it was going to be shipped to Wisconsin from Detroit, Michigan, which is literally one state over Lake Michigan. And that should not take long at all. So I was expected initially to receive the package and receive the PlayStation on January 3rd of 2022, which sounds legit, Using common sense and putting two and two together, you're like, okay, that's fine. But here we are, right in the middle of Christmas, and coming up on New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, and all that stuff. So it initially got delayed one day. After it was sent to Ohio, it was delayed one day, which was fine. That didn't bother me one bit, not at all. It said you're going to get it on January 4th now instead of January 3rd, direct signature required at address upon delivery, all that good stuff. And that's cool. No problem at all. So here I am on January 4th, super excited. It's about 5 o'clock p.m. and everything's going smooth. Sweet. I'm going to get my PS5. It's been so hard to find. I've been wanting one of these for a while now. I paid $800 for it on StockX. After tax and after shipping and after all the fees, it was just under $800. So I was hyped. I was like, sweet, this is awesome. If StockX authenticated this really quickly, and they sent it to FedEx, and FedEx is about to have my PlayStation 5 on my doorstep within 2.5 days. That's awesome. That's awesome. But this is where it gets a little interesting. So about 5:30 p.m., close to 6 o'clock on the 4th, which was a Tuesday, I go to track my shipment, and now it says updated delivery pending. We do not have a scheduled delivery date at this time. That is fishy. When you see something like that, when you're a relatively intelligent individual and you see something like that, you just know right away that something is not right. Okay, that's not something that you want to see, especially with a very expensive product like the PlayStation 5. It is now January 8th of 2022, and it still says updated delivery pending. But you know what's even worse? Not only does it say updated delivery pending, but it also says that the last recorded scan was on January 4th, that it had departed the FedEx facility in Chicago, Illinois, and it was in transit, which means that it never arrived at the Cudahy, Wisconsin location, which is the location that services my local delivery area. And that location is only about half hour, 40 minutes at the most from Chicago, Illinois, bearing traffic and weather and all of that. So here we are 4 days later. Still says in transit, still says it departed Chicago, Illinois, and it has not arrived yet at the local facility that should service my delivery. Now, not only has this been the case for the past going on 4.5, close to 5 days now, but I've also been in touch with FedEx extensively. I have called them numerous times. I cannot overstate how many times I've called them about this. But I've also reached out to StockX. And StockX is a very good company. They're very, very fast in responding to me. They are also on top of it. They're looking at the tracking number. They're checking everything. StockX is doing a great job. None of this is StockX's fault. And if you're a consumer and thinking about buying from StockX, just know that they're a good company. 98% of the time, you're going to get what you paid for on StockX. But the problem is FedEx here. Now, I got a little concerned when I went online and I researched this particular situation. FedEx missing PS5, FedEx stolen PS5, and there are hundreds upon hundreds of stories on the internet of customers like myself who are going through this same exact situation where FedEx stole their PlayStation 5. And that just frustrates me to the core. I cannot tell you how angry it makes me. The fact that they're so incompetent when it comes to providing good customer service and pretty much giving you assurance as to where your very high value product is located. That is to me, that is very concerning. Now, like I said, I'm still in the middle of this process. It's only January 8th, but it's already been close to 5 days where it's been in transit and pending. And on top of that, I've submitted a claim. I've had multiple traces and investigations done on this package. I have StockX on the case now. So I have a lot of people trying to figure out where the hell this package is. Where the hell is my PlayStation 5? It's not unreasonable for me after 5 days of seeing a delivery and pending to want to know where the fuck my PlayStation 5 is currently. Excuse my language. But I will continue to update you guys as I know more, just so that if you're ever in this situation, whether it's in the future or whether you're going through it right now, so that you guys can just stay informed, so that you can know if this happens to me, what can I expect? and what should I do as far as getting my product or figuring out where it is or getting my money back. So whether you order from Target or Walmart or StockX, I will definitely keep you guys updated as I hear more, because my FedEx claim has not yet been fully processed. They're still trying to figure out what happened to my package or happened to my PlayStation 5. So if they end up finding it, and I think this is relatively unlikely. You know, I usually like to be an optimist and look at the glass half full instead of the glass half empty. And I want to think that, you know, it's just sitting in a warehouse and they're going to find it. You know, everything's delayed. I really want to think that. And that's kind of what I thought for a couple days. I was like, you know what? I'll reach out to them about it, but I'm not going to go too crazy just because, you know, there could be delays. I understand that. But, you know, here we are, January 8th, still in transit, never arrived at the facility that it was supposed to. And I'm no like it's super detective or anything, but I'm thinking that whoever was transporting my PlayStation 5 from the Chicago, Illinois location to my local station here in Wisconsin stole the PlayStation 5. And that sucks. That is ridiculously unacceptable. And I will tell you guys, as I update you on this story, as I post more videos on what happens with this whole situation and what you guys should do if you're in this current situation, I'll definitely tell you all about that. But, you know, I'm giving it maybe another day or two at the most, and then we're going to start looking at legal action here. And what I mean by that is filing a police report, you know, and trying to figure out, because FedEx is a multi-million-dollar company, very wealthy company. They service a good portion of the world, and they have cameras on their trucks, or at least most of their trucks, and they have cameras at pretty much every single warehouse. So if it gets to the point where it's just continuing to say pending, and nobody over the phone seems to know where it is, and I'm not hearing anything from the trace people, then at that point we're going to go to okay, now we need to look at talking to the police and being able to conduct an advanced investigation to try and figure out where this is. And what I mean by that is back to before, you know, checking those cameras, tracking down who exactly was responsible for servicing or driving the truck that my package was in transit on, things like that. You know, you use common sense, you put two and two together, you're usually able to get to the bottom of things like this, because obviously there's going to be someone responsible for stealing my package or losing my package, which like I said is completely unacceptable, especially because it's an $800 PlayStation 5. You know, it's not like a freaking $20 shirt or something. You know what I mean? It's an $800 PlayStation 5. So like I said before, stay tuned, you guys. I will update you as this goes on, so that you guys can stay informed on what you should do in this situation. But it's January 8th as I make this first video, and I will update you guys regardless of what happens. If I get the PlayStation 5, if they end up finding it, I'll let you know. If we do find out that it was stolen and I do have to get the police involved, I'll let you know as well. Because a little trade secret for you guys, no matter how useless FedEx can be when it comes to customer service and actually trying to figure out where the hell your package is, they will get very scared if you ever mention legal action, if you ever threaten to take them to small claims court or file a police report for stealing or losing your very expensive merchandise that you purchased as a consumer. That usually scares them a little bit and really motivates them or gives them some sort of incentive to actually track down your package and figure out where it is. And if it's stolen, that's usually something they can figure out pretty quickly. But I'm going to give them their time. I'm going to let my claim get processed because I know, you know, that stuff can take a while to track something down. But at the same time, I'm not going to sit around on my ass and, you know, just be like, oh, we'll just wait for an update. No, this is an $800 product that I purchased. If you guys don't figure out where the fuck this is, then we're going to get the police involved. And as a very, very last resort, get some sort of lawsuit going on here, because I don't think it'll come to that, because StockX has reassured me that I will get fully reimbursed if they don't find my PlayStation 5, which is great. That's awesome. But I still want to know where it is, because as of right now, I still paid $800 for it, and I don't have my shit. So it's been almost 10 days now since I made the purchase, and this is unacceptable, especially since it's coming from Michigan and it's been in transit for 4 days. Something's very fishy. And if you guys want to go look online yourself, you will see multiple instances of people getting their PlayStation stolen from FedEx. It has happened multiple times, and it's incredibly disappointing to think that if you're an employee of this company, you're actually going to sit there and make the decision to grab this package containing a PlayStation 5 and fucking steal it. Like, that's such a poor judgment call as a person. It tells me that you don't care about your job, you don't care about the consequences, and you're just a shitty human being in general. If a FedEx worker truly stole my PlayStation off the truck or out of the warehouse, they're just a shitty human being through and through. As a person, they're just horrible. That's a terrible thing to do, because that pretty much is grand theft. So if we conduct this advanced investigation and we figure out who stole this PlayStation 5, if that is the case, this particular person is going to be looking at grand theft charges and time in jail. Because if you steal $800 worth of merchandise, you're going to jail for a little bit, for sure. Or at least significant legal repercussions. So I will update you guys on what happens, but as of right now, I kind of think FedEx stole my PlayStation 5. And it's really sad because we're now in 2022 and this shit is still happening. All the videos I see are from when it came out in 2020, in some instances in 2021. But here we are in 2022, and this shit is still happening. It's unacceptable, and if there's a FedEx employee watching this, you just need to make sure that your company gets on top of this stuff, because this kind of stuff is uncalled for. If you spend $800 on something, you don't want something like this happening. That's more than reasonable at the very least. So thank you all for listening. I appreciate your time. Check the channel to stay updated for a status report on this whole situation, and I will let you guys know. All right, if you have this same problem, don't panic. I'm right here with you, and we'll figure it out. All right, talk to you guys later.